Hi YouTube, it's me Nika back with another video. I hope you guys are doing well. I am doing a lot better. I had been under the weather. I had the flu and yeah, I am on the end of it, so I am feeling better. The flu is not fun, okay? This is like my second time I've had the flu in like some years. I have not been sick, thank God, since the pandemic started. I haven't had anything, you guys, like nothing. Until last year, I caught the flu from someone at work. And then again this year, I caught the flu from somebody at work. So, not happy about it, but it's okay. I made it through it, you know, just drinking lots of water and just giving my body what it needs to fight this off. So I am feeling better. But I wanted to just jump on here and pick up where I left off from my first video. You guys, I have to apologize that it has been over 2 months since my very first video that I did. August 1st was the date. It was basically me introducing myself, letting you know who I am, why I'm here, why I'm doing videos, what, you know, my story is that I want to share. So if you have not seen that, I encourage you to go check out my first video. Let me know what you think, any kind of feedback, any kind of, just so I can learn and grow from it. This is new for me, doing videos on YouTube. This is all new, but I am a watcher of different vlogs and podcasts, and I enjoy it. I enjoy the people that I follow. I enjoy their content. I learn some things from, you know, all of these different people that I follow, and I have to be honest, it encouraged me to, hey, you have a story to tell. You have something to share. You have, and I do have a story to tell, but we all do. And so, you know, after giving it some thought, after watching, like I said, numerous other channels, and inspired to do my own videos, I was like, you know what? Let's do this. Let's tell your story. And I'm starting out with just talking about my experience with the loss of my mom. That was what the first video was about, is just, you know, basically introducing myself. My purpose of sharing is to hopefully, you know, just be of some comfort to someone who may be going through this season in their life with their mom or their dad or a loved one, because it is a hard season to go through. It's not fun. It's hard, and I am still within my grieving season. I would say it's been a year, a little over a year. My mom passed away July 25th last year. And people that I've talked to, like my aunts, or, you know, just other family members and friends that have lost a parent, you know, a lot of them tell me that it is a journey, it is a process, and it is different for everyone. Some people, I'm not going to say get over it quicker, but some people just go through the season, you know, at a different pace than someone else. You know, you definitely can't compare how quickly you move on. I'm not going to say get over it, because you'll never get over it, but how quickly, you know, you kind of move on. You can't compare. Like, it's different for everyone. And when I look at, you know, just even within my own family, how we all are dealing with mom's passing, like, it's different. It's different for me, it's different for my brother, like, it's different for my children, and her sisters and her brother. Like, it's just different. I like to share what I'm feeling. Like, if I'm feeling you know, just really heavy that day of just thinking of my mom, or just a fun memory, you know, something fun, or it could be that I'm just missing her, or you know, just something that encouraged me that she used to say. Like I like to share that with somebody. I do. I like to just share it with someone. Um, you know, and it's not everybody's like that. You know, not everybody in my family does that, but I do. That's my way of going through my grief. I like to share. I like to talk about how my mom was funny, and how we was silly together, and how we laughed, and how she, you know, I like to talk about it. It helps me. It helps me to talk about it. And so, you know, I have a t-shirt that I made with her picture on it, and that has become one of my favorite t-shirts to wear. You know, again, that's another way for me to just celebrate her life, to remember her, and to just show the world who my mom was. And you know, I came up with this idea for the family to also wear the shirt, and not everybody wanted to wear the shirt. Not everybody felt excited like I was to create this shirt and to wear it. It's harder for other people. I know, like my son, he said that he felt as though that we should just allow mommy to just rest peacefully. You know, just when I told him about the idea, he listened to me, and he was like, why don't you just, you know, let her rest in peace? Like, I guess he felt like having her picture on my shirt, that it may make it hard for me, or make it hard for them, or like it just reminds us maybe that she is not here, you know, for the fact that I have her picture on my shirt, which I completely understand that. Like, I think that may have been his perspective on that. I didn't want to, you know, dig too deep into why he felt that way, because, you know, like I said, we're all still just grieving, and I don't want to bring up conversations that, you know, maybe that he's not ready to speak on. But I understood. Like, I understood. I didn't say no more after that. I said, okay, you know, and I told him, I said, but no, I did say this. I said, you know, mom is she's gonna rest peacefully regardless if we, you know, make a shirt with her picture on it, or, you know, do anything to like celebrate her and remember her. She is resting peacefully. She's resting peacefully because she was saved. She accepted Christ as her Lord and Savior. So, you know, and that's how I explained it to him. I was like, she is resting in peace. And that's kind of where I left that conversation. So, you know, I'm just giving an example of how, you know, we all just grieve differently. We process things differently in our own time. Like, it's not going to happen at the same time for everybody. You know, it is just one of those things that we all have to go through at some point in our lives, and we're all going to deal with it differently. And so, yeah. But for me, I like to share. I like to remember. I like to, because when I wear my shirt, I always have somebody to ask me, who is on your shirt? Or who is this beautiful woman on your shirt? Like, they will ask me who she is, and that gives me the opportunity to share and talk about who my mom was, and just share some memories. And that helps me in my grief. It makes me smile. It makes me remember the good times. So it really, it's a way to help me grieve, to have my mom have her picture on a shirt and wear it. Like I said, it's one of my favorite shirts. It's a beautiful picture of her. It captures her smile, just her whole just essence of who she is. It's a great picture. It's one of my favorite pictures. Like, there's so many other pictures that I love of mommy, but the one that I chose is one of my favorite ones. And I also did the same thing for my dad. I lost both of my parents. My dad passed years ago. It's been a long time. He passed when I was 15. But like the memories that I have with my dad, because I was a daddy's girl now. Growing up, I was a daddy's girl. I wanted to go everywhere he went. I wanted to be up under him all the time. I wanted to play in his hair. Like, he washed his hair and he sat down, you know, in the living room, or he might be in his room, and I would just want to comb his hair because it was so soft. Like, so many great memories of my mom and my dad. So many special memories. And just to be able to talk about those memories, that does a lot for me. It does a lot for me. And I allow it to happen. Like, I share. And yeah. So and I'm sorry, I'm in my car and it's starting to get a little dark. So again, if you haven't seen my first video, I encourage you to just check it out. And you know, it's my very first one, so you guys, I'm new to this and I tried to not ramble and all of that. I'm gonna get it. This is my second one, and where I left off in my first video was at the point of me, you know, having to make a decision to be my mom's caregiver. And you guys, making that decision was a hard decision to make. I want to say that I was in denial. I knew, you know, that we were approaching that time where my mom was starting to really need some more help. Keeping up with, you know, her medicines and her meals and making sure she's eating right and going to the doctor and, you know, just helping her along with things. I saw it coming. I did. I saw it coming, and I would help her as much as I could, you know, in between working and all the things, you know, that I had going on in my life. I would check in on mommy and make sure that she was, you know, eating her meals, taking her medicine and all of that. And, you know, just seeing how she was feeling, how we did, and go visit her. But I was always very busy too, like, you know, with the things that I had going on in my life and just, you know, my own life. I had a lot that I was doing, working 2 jobs, you know, just doing a lot. Get distracted by everything that you got going on in your own life. And sometimes you miss when something needs attention. To kind of go back a little bit, 2019 was a very hard year for me. And something occurred in that year that was unexpected, hurtful. Yeah, and that's kind of all I'm gonna say about that. It was hurtful, but it was also for a reason. Like, everything in life happens for a reason. Even the hurt, the pain, the sorrow, like, everything happens for a reason. Okay? And so, yeah, I was hurt, I was mad, I was frustrated, I had all the emotions. And but it also put me in a position to where I had to, not so much I had to, I wanted to just surrender to the Lord, recommit myself to God. Like, I was done. Like, when that happened, I was done. Okay? Like, I was like, Lord, you can have all of me. And yeah, I was in a surrendering position when that happened. And I just remember walking my dog one night, like shortly after that happened, and I could not get my words out. I could not talk to the Lord like I normally do. Normally, you know, I could just be walking in the park and I, you know, just talk to God out loud, or sometimes, you know, just, you know, inside, but most of the time out loud. And I could not get my words out that night. I was that hurt. I could not talk. But then I just ended up crying out to the Lord. Like, it went from not being able to just talk to God to I was like crying out to the Lord. And I wrote this down in my journal because it was just that significant, that whole everything that happened, how it made me feel. Like, it was just so significant, and I had to write that in my journal. So, and it happened, I want to say December of 2019, like the end of the year. So yeah, there's a lot to the story. There's so much more I want to share, and I'm sharing this part of it because it's very important to my journey with my mom. So I'm just gonna stop there because I'm getting a little stuffy in the nose. So I'm gonna stop here at 22 minutes. And look, I'm in a flannel, no makeup, and you know, this is like I said, I'm doing these videos completely opposite of how I really would like to do my videos. So this is just going to be an amazing journey. I can already tell, I can already see it just from the first 2 videos, because I am literally stepping out of my comfort zone, doing something I've never done before. And yeah, so it is getting dark. I got my light on over here in my car, but it's getting dark. So I'm going to end this right here. And thank you guys for listening to me. Please, you know, leave a comment, leave a thought, or some words of encouragement, anything you want to say, leave it below. Make sure it's nice. This is a positive channel, and you know, we speak life into each other, and we encourage each other. And you know, I'm welcoming you guys in along this journey with me. So again, thank you for listening, and I will see you on the next video. It's not going to be over 2 months, the next one, okay? I'm gonna do a lot better with staying on a schedule. You know, outside of everything else I got going on, I'm gonna do better with that. So I'm losing light, but thank you guys for listening.